So traditionally, we've all looked at our philanthropy mostly in terms of the 5% that we're required to give away as a minimum each year under the IRS code. And that's, on one level, exactly right. That's our charitable gifts. But the truth is, it leaves the other 95% of the resources of the foundation untouched and often not mission aligned. So in a moment of scarcity, when the giving is down, when our asset base is down, when it seems hard to collaborate, it seems unlikely that we're going to do new things, the truth is there's this still very large sum of money, even if it's 20 or 30% less than it used to be, that is the asset base. And if we move into an approach where we could use our assets to achieve our philanthropic ends as well as using our charitable gifts, we could really increase the resources we have just in the moment when we think they're going to decrease. So for example, if you've been concerned about affordable housing and you've been making grants to support organizations that are helping with the housing crisis in cities around the country, but you haven't used your asset base, you now have a huge untapped resource. We've built over the last 10 years the infrastructure to help facilitate this kind of asset use for mission purposes. We run the only Jewish loan fund that invests just this way in credit unions and community development financial institutions all over the country. So the opportunity is, rather than saying, our assets are down, we have very little to give away, you can say, well, we still have assets. And you can invest your assets through us in a federally insured community development financial institution that in turn funds small business startups, builds affordable housing, creates jobs, builds community centers. You can do it with insurance. You can do it in separation from your grant-making capacity. And maybe most importantly, you can actually generate a return. And this is the new development. I was recently in Washington, D.C., meeting with the board member of a family foundation, and they were considering a loan to us. And he also, as his job, is a money manager. And he said to me, now what do I make on your community investing thing? I know about the social return. I know I get to help build housing and create jobs, but do I make any money? And I said, well, actually, you make 1%. And he laughed out loud and he said, 1%? That's the best investment I have right now. I'm down 27%. And so the new moment is that you can invest and get a financial return, which is competitive, and you can generate a social return. You can do it based on the mission of your foundation. You can do it without touching your grant making. And if you view your foundation that way and the asset base that way, suddenly there's a new resource available and a national Jewish infrastructure that can help you deploy it strategically.